for the opening tip delivered by Papa John's. It's time to hear the call from the coach, Eddie Reed. Going to be a fun one, gentlemen. Good evening to you.
Well, we hope so, Jax. Welcome to the 69th game of the regular season for Miami. A chance to measure the Heat against the best team in the East over the last two seasons. Our officiating crew, Tony Brothers, Brent Barnaky, and Scott Wall. And, Coach, the first order of business will be to see how Amare Stoudemire matches up at center against Kevin Love. And, of course, the defense against LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. And off we go on another Miami Heat NBA adventure.
Yeah, this will be interesting with the initial matchups here. You got LeBron is guarding Joe Johnson to start out.
Kevin Love starting at center. Timofey Mozgov will come off the bench. Tyronn Lue changing his starting lineup tonight. Nice pass by Amare. In the Wade, who got fouled from behind by Kevin Love, who missed this morning's shoot-around with a stomach bug. He was under the weather last night. Didn't play in the fourth quarter of their win at Orlando. Did finish with 14 points in just 23 minutes.
Excellent interior pass by Stoudemire.
Baloncesto del Miami Heat por Fox Sports Sun en español es disponible por el segundo canal de audio, cortesía de AT&T.
Actually, Love missed yesterday's shoot-around at Orlando. Played in the game, did not play in the fourth quarter. And some thought he might sit out tonight, but the Cavs going with their regulars. Dwayne Wade makes his first two free throws of the game. And now he's 11 points shy of joining the 20,000-point club, a club that currently has just 40 members.
And everyone's matching up. You got Joe Johnson starts on LeBron.
Kyrie Irving back for a Love triple. And Tony, the Heat know that the Cavaliers are a team that can take upwards of 33-point attempts tonight. So you got to limit penetration. You've also got to be very wary and watchful of that three-point line.
Coach Bolster told us that they've taken, there's a good follow-up by Joe Johnson, that the Cavs have taken maybe 40 a game in the last 5 games. 43s.
That they've averaged 43s over the last 5 games. Yeah. They do have 5 games this season with 43s attempted or more. They had 13 triples last night in Orlando. They average almost 104 points in a game. A very good offensive play. Amare Stoudemire called for the block. Tried to cut off the baseline on Kevin Love.
Tried to recover. He helped on the penetration. And then I think the reach in right there may have gotten him. If he just didn't reach in, he may have gotten the charge.
And Tony, that uncovers the challenge for Stoudemire at center as LeBron slashes in for the score. Now they spread you, and then they can slice dice and shoot threes. But Amare Stoudemire got to go out and defend Kevin Love all the way to the three-point line.
Well, they've got 4 starters here. LeBron's been down this year with his three-point shooting. The other 4 guys can all shoot threes. They're all very good three-point shooters.
Now this is a team averaging a franchise best 10 made threes a game.
And we know LeBron could get hot. He would be a streaky three-point shooter.
A 3-second violation inside on Joe Johnson. Well, Miami got to be wary of their turnovers. That helped turn the game around the other night against Charlotte. Miami was up by 15 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. But a minute later in that game, Whiteside picked up his third foul, had to sit down. Charlotte would close the half on a 20-7 run, and he could never get back in control of that game on Wednesday.
It's also the type of turnovers, Eric. The ones that where the opponents can get out in the open court, those are the worst ones.
Kyrie Irving drops in the jumper. Irving had October 1st knee surgery, missed the first 24 games of the season, including both of the first 2 games against Miami. Tied at 4, Deng for 3.
Oh, great decision by Dragic. He was looking to pass it back to Stoudemire, but the defender came off of Deng, so he hit Deng for the 3.
75th triple this season for Lue as Irving answers back with a long-distance 3. Kyrie Irving averaging 20 points per game. He's in his 5th season out of Duke. Or even at 7th, game that started off at a very high level. And that's not a surprise. Stoudemire against Kevin Love. Takes it right to him. Wade tips it in. Well, the Heat very active on the offensive glass.
It's a good sign when D-Wade scores 4 points early in the game, especially as active as he looks.
Irving, pick and roll with James, comes in unimpeded.
Yeah, very difficult to guard that situation there. You know, if two guys go to LeBron, then Irving shoots it. If two go to Irving, LeBron gets a layup.
LeBron James scored 29 in the October 30th matchup against Miami. Did not play in the December 5th game here. Dragic with a one-handed push. Goran Dragic, the fourth different Heat starter in your scorebook early.
Good read by Stoudemire to give the ball back to Dragic, who had the advantage.
Both teams off to a very efficient start offensively. Love pushing off on Dragic for an offensive foul, and that's number 2 in the foul department on Kevin Love.
Dragic with a good closeout on Love. That's in the scouting report. Somebody get out there, play the three-point shooters, make them put the ball on the floor, and Love pushes off, extends the right arm. Easy call for Scott Wall.
And sort of a foolish mistake by Kevin Love, a guy he could just shoot over the top of. You push off, and you pick up your second foul in under 4 minutes, and got to take a seat. Amare in on Tristan Thompson. Well, the Heat in the attack mode. All 5 starters in the scorebook.
Eric, that's what we just talked about with Joe Johnson attacked LeBron on that play. LeBron needed help and left Stoudemire open for the layup.
So Tristan Thompson has come on to replace Kevin Love. Thompson, a rugged rebounder and a gifted offensive rebounder. James against Johnson. And Amare with the rebound. And the Heat up 4 with the ball. Stoudemire sets a nice screen for Dragic. Gets the switch. Gets an open Wade. And LeBron soaring for his first rebound of the game. James on the spin. Well, Eric Spoelstra expected. He said, we anticipate an all-out attack and assault by LeBron James in transition.
Yes. In
the game's first 6 minutes, we have to weather it.
That's exactly what he was talking about. He's not looking to pass the ball in that situation. He's going to the rack.
Miami ahead by 2, 7.5 to play in the first quarter. Stoudemire, a 20-footer. Yes. 4 points for Stoudemire. Miami's hit 6 of their first 9 shots. The Cavs have made good on 5 of their first 7. Irving lobbing, broken up, and sent back to Iman Shumpert, who misses the 3-ball. Here comes Lou Aldang. Wade downhill. Off to Johnson for 3.
They like to start, not just to score, but the body language, the energy that the Heat are playing with, shaking off that loss the other night.
A 9-2 run for the Heat and an air of seriousness in the way the Heat have approached the start of this game. Now you got to continue it for the full 48 minutes.
It's all business.
Irving off to Shumpert, making his 3rd start of the season. Oh, he had no chance to dunk that. Oh, my. Stoudemire whistled for a late foul. I'll give Shumpert credit for trying to dunk it. Looked like he had no chance, but what he did do was draw the foul.
And the second foul on Stoudemire. I couldn't see it from that angle.
Well, early call for Hassan Whiteside. No question there was contact.
Left arm. Yeah, you got it. The left arm of Stoudemire got Shumpert on that dunk. Attempted dunk.
Amare Stoudemire saying he just went up vertically. A difficult call. All we're saying is there was contact. I'm not sure how you called it. But Stoudemire sits with 4 points and 2 fouls. Whiteside enters earlier than usual.
It's always sometimes a thin line on whether you went forward with your hands rather than straight up.
So Iman Shumpert, all 3 of his starts have been at the forward position this year. Shumpert through his career has been more of a guard than a forward, but all 3 of his starts have come in their front court.
Well, they like the matchup. Shumpert guarding Wade.
Wade loses his footing against J.R. Smith, defending Dwayne aggressively. 5 on the 24. Deng traveled. Ball movement came to a halt, and the turnover came after that.
Wade came close to a 5-second call. Some fans aren't aware that when you back your man down with the dribble, you've got 5 seconds to either shoot it or pass it.
Cleveland Cavaliers at 49-19. It's the best record in the East, 2 games better than Toronto. 3rd best record in the NBA behind only the Warriors and Spurs, who meet tonight in San Antonio. LeBron missing from downtown. Shumpert back taps to Irving, fresh shot clock. Nice pass inside of Thompson, who scores between Whiteside and Dang.
One of the keys, one and done. This is a very good offensive rebounding team.
Tristan Thompson and Hassan Whiteside, two of the more active double-double getters of guys that come off the bench. Wade on the attack. An offensive foul. LeBron James drew the charge, and Wade gets his first foul. And we get a timeout as LeBron sprints to the Cavaliers bench with a Heat on top early by 3.
Oh, Dwayne Wade's arguing he got pushed, and he did. He got pushed into LeBron. That should have been a foul. Not on D. Wade.
Miami Heat basketball is being brought to you on Fox Sports Sun by Toyota. Let's go places. By AT&T. Get a deal worth talking about. Get high-speed internet from AT&T. And by Bank United. Make the switch to a better bank today. Visit us online at bankunited.com to learn more.
Closer look at that last play. D-Wade complained he got pushed. J.R. Smith pushes D-Wade into LeBron. There's no doubt right there. That should have been a foul on J.R. Smith. It was a charge call on LeBron, on D-Wade.
And we get a couple of more changes for Miami. Rookie 1 and Rookie 2 both have entered. Josh Richardson defending Kyrie Irving. Justice Winslow matched up with that man, J.R. Smith, who misses the 3. And Whiteside brings in his first rebound of the game. Now the Cavaliers have already hoisted 5 triples. They've only connected once. The Heat are 2 of 2 from downtown. As Richardson draws the foul on Irving. I'll tell you what, Coach. Josh Richardson, not bashful. He's lost whatever rookie feeling he's had. And he's a guy you got to cover from the three-point line all the way to the rim.
You know, Eric, some people have misconceptions. I've read recently and heard some things that maybe Coach Bolton should have played him 2, 3, 4 months ago. Well, it's all a process. He couldn't do what he's doing now 3 months ago. He had to go through the process of learning, going in the gym with no one around, with just the coach, you know, with nobody else watching, going to the D-League, you know, being assigned there with you know, the coaches there, Dan Craig doing his job there. And all of that was a process and to get him to the point that he's at now, and now he's playing with a lot of confidence.
J.R. Smith picking up the foul. He's really trying to hound Dwayne Wade. That time Wade took advantage of his over-aggressiveness. First foul on J.R. Smith, third team foul on Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova has come on for the Cavaliers, replacing Kyrie Irving. Tristan Thompson matched up with Whiteside. That's one to watch. And Shumpert against Wade. Dwayne from the baseline. Got it. Dwayne Wade off to an excellent start. He's got 6 points. The Heat lead by 5.
We know in Dwayne's career he has a history. Oh, man, that was Richardson that got that.
Here comes Wade. Down the middle. Rolled off.
We know in Wade's history, when he doesn't have a good game or two, he comes back strong the next one.
This is LeBron James. Down the middle, lost the ball, and it will stay with the Cavaliers.
Wade knocked it away. But D. Wade, he takes Shumpert down low. He likes that little step back, Jay. Goes over the right shoulder. He likes it over the right shoulder. Looks like he's behind the backboard. He's still buried.
I love the concentration. Never took his eyes off the prize. He's now 7 points away from 20,000 for his career. Richardson defending LeBron. Good defense. Forced him into a turnover. And LeBron steals it right back. And scores.
Yeah, D. Wade was trying to get the ball up the floor. LeBron did a good job playing the passing lane.
And LeBron sprinting back to the defensive end. You got to be very careful throwing the ball around the court when LeBron James is defending. Heat lead by 3. They already have 4 turnovers in the first quarter. Whiteside looking to hand it off. Gets Joe Johnson on the move. Joe Johnson.
Well, LeBron came out and tried to deny the pass up high. Johnson cut to the basket and then drove with the dribble and scored.
Joe Johnson, who had 13 points, couple nights back against Charlotte, already with 7 in the first quarter of this one. Heat lead by 5. Their biggest lead was 7. Cavaliers have not yet led. Dellavedova and the Thompson block by Hassan Whiteside. The Great Wall with his first block of the game.
He didn't just block it, he took it.
Richardson. Kaboom! Miami up by 8. The shot blocking of Whiteside, the three-point shot making of the former Tennessee Volunteer.
Josh Richardson goes to the basket, draws a foul earlier. He blocked the shot earlier. You got Whiteside blocking a shot here. And then Richardson comes down and continues. 71% from downtown the last 5 games, and he makes his first 3 tonight.
It is a social Saturday with the Miami Heat. Jason Jackson courtside with you. And with the first block and first bucket from Josh Richardson, we're inspired to get you into the poll question. Brought to you by Kendall Toyota, West Kendall Toyota. Which has been the most pleasant surprise for the Heat post-All-Star? The emergence of Josh, Jang at the 4, the addition of Joe, Hassan at the line. All worthy votes. But you got to pick one. So head on over to the Heat Twitter feed. This might help Josh right here. Little trifecta, you betcha. The poll question pinned right to the top of the Heat Twitter feed. Be there all night long. We'll check in on it and get you the results in post-game. That young man's balling, Eric and Tony.
Oh, yes, rookie, too. Getting a lot of yeah babies from Heat Nation. Channing Frye into the ball game for Cleveland, recently acquired from Orlando. He's really fit in well.
Oh, man.
Getting some great looks from downtown.
4 out of 6 last night in Orlando from downtown.
Irving drives in and scores despite the presence of Whiteside. Kyrie Irving now with 7 points. Well, Miami leads by 6. The Heat have made 10 of their first 14 shots. Just under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Interesting matchup down this end. Channing Frye is on Whiteside.
Those long arms, 6'11".
Tristan Thompson is defending Winslow. Winslow's jumper is off target, way off. And the rebound comes out to Dragic, but the shot clock expired. Don't believe the ball ever hit the rim.
No, it didn't. I don't believe it hit the rim.
Matt Dellavedova bringing it up. A third-year guard who played very well during stretches of the playoffs last year and in the finals. That's a moving screen on Channing Frye. Frye acquired from Orlando February 18th for Jared Cunningham. Only tonight's his 13th game with Cleveland. He's averaging 8 points a game and has gone 25 of 50 from downtown in a Cavalier uniform.
Yeah, see, he was moving a little bit forward. It's a very delicate call there. You've got to stand exactly still, and you can't be moving at all.
Tony, that was a good pickup for Cleveland.
Yes. Another guy that can stretch the defense.
Channing Frye averaging just 6 points a game for the year, so he's played better since joining this Cleveland team. He's getting quality looks. Richard Jefferson has come on, the 15-year veteran, guarding another 15-year man in Joe Johnson. That's a terrific catch by Whiteside in a crowd. Then he got it stripped when he brought it down to his hip.
Yeah, he tried to get his balance. He caught it and was off balance when he caught it.
Well, he with 6 turnovers in this first quarter. Look at the hustle by Richardson. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kyrie Irving.
That's a good example of making one of their stars work at the other end of the floor.
Josh Richardson, he's already stood up well to Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. A very mature 22-year-old rookie who played 4 years at the University of Tennessee. And over the last 5 games, how about 16 points a game on 66% shooting? He's made 16 of his last 22 from downtown.
You rarely get a rookie that loves to play defense like that. And he'd have 2 of them, him and Winslow.
Well, the corkscrew reverse for Goran Dragic just drove right through the Cavaliers' defense that had no rim protection. Both teams with 12 paint points. The Heat leading by 8, which equals their largest lead so far. And there's going to be a foul on Justice Winslow, hand-checking Kyrie Irving.
Dragic with that constant dribble. He's always going through, probing, and he uses a reverse layup to get to the basket.
That could have been a foul, too. You saw Frye's hand on Dragic's shoulder, part of your Warren Henry automotive drive. And at 32 remaining in this first quarter. Heat leading by 8. Richardson defending the point guard Irving, who gets the Thompson screen but missed it. And a nice rebound for Whiteside. Whiteside with 3 rebounds and a block. Winslow on the move, banks it in. And the Heat with their first double-digit lead of the game.
Yeah, boy, that was a tough play. Shot it over 3 Cavs that time. On the move, though.
An 11-4 Miami run. Richard Jefferson off the shot fake. Missed the dunk in the presence of Whiteside.
Tried to avoid Whiteside, I believe.
Well, the Heat up 10, under a minute left. First quarter, it's been well played. Whiteside setting the screen for Dragic, makes contact with Jefferson. And then Whiteside secures the rebound, scores the goal, and draws the foul.
Well, you know, Tristan Thompson may have met his match tonight, Eric. He's so good at going where the ball goes, off the board, off the back, off the rim. But Whiteside is beating him right now. He had a good defensive rebound at the other end over Thompson. Here he taps it to himself. He's got those great hands. He's so strong. He finishes and gets to the line.
Gastonia, North Carolina strong. Rare free throw miss for Hassan. Whiteside has given the Heat a 12-point lead with 32 seconds left first quarter. Dellavedova missed it. Whiteside, with those great hands of his, reels in another rebound. Now Hassan, as usual, making an instant impact on both ends of the court.
Good battle going on here. Dellavedova and Dragic. Two high-energy guys.
6 on the shot clock. Dang for Richardson. Open 3. And the rebound of Channing Frye on the weak side. Irving stepped out of bounds. Kyrie Irving turning it over. The 5th Cavaliers turnover of the quarter.
That's because Dragic didn't back down.
Cavaliers held to 2 points over the last 4.5 minutes of the first quarter. And Miami ends the quarter with a 13-4 run and a 12-point lead. They'll start it off with friendship, recognizing a great time gone by. And now it's about the competition and a terrific first quarter start for the Heat. They shot 62%. They were aggressive and efficient. A busy Saturday night with the Ultra Music Festival taking place just south of here in downtown Miami. And a very competitive first quarter. Miami was terrific with a 12-point lead. After one period, they shot 62% in the quarter. Hey, gang, tonight's item of the game is a gift with purchase by any Miami Heat Swingman jersey. You get a free El Heat basketball. It's the last of our 3 Noches Enabe Again. So if you want a free El Heat basketball, take advantage of our item of the game, offered exclusively to you on the MiamiHeatStore.com. This deal available only during the duration of tonight's telecast. And welcome back to the Heat's house. Start of the second quarter. A Channing Frye 3 bounces off. Rebound of Tristan Thompson, one of the game's best offensive rebounders. Fresh shot clock. Irving missing inside. He got by Whiteside, but he couldn't finish the deal. The Heat opening the second quarter with Dragic, Richardson, Winslow, Whiteside, and Deng. Dragic on the spin. Well, the Heat attacking offensively to the tune of 18 bench points already. He's ahead by 14 now.
Yeah, we said that was one of the keys.
18 paint points, yes.
Paint points. That's right. Okay.
Dellavedova around the Thompson screen in the Jefferson. Tracked by Whiteside.
Oh, tough shot.
Nice arc for the 35-year-old Richard Jefferson, playing with his 7th team in his 15 seasons. Goran. Whiteside! Oh, that big hand just rose above the crowd. Whiteside with 4 points and 6 rebounds already.
Channing Frye having a tough time keeping Whiteside off the boards.
Kyrie Irving got it over the top of the shot-blocking minded Whiteside.
What a move. He scored on Richardson and Whiteside that time. That's not easy to do.
Irving's only 23, already a 3-time All-Star. He has 9 points here in the first half to lead Cleveland. Heat up a dozen. Dragic. This is Richardson. And we get a whistle and a foul. Whiteside went tumbling down. And the foul is going to go against Cleveland.
Thompson, I think.
Yes, it is on Tristan Thompson.
He pushed Whiteside on the rebound.
Second team foul. Actually, the first team foul on the Cavs. It's the second personal on Thompson,
right there,
who comes out of the bench with Dellavedova.
Yeah, that's sorry, Eric. That was an easy call right there. Thompson just shoved him.
Kevin Love and LeBron James both back in the Cleveland lineup. James with 8 points in the first quarter. Richardson off the kick out. Kaboom! Oh, he has become a big-time weapon from downtown. Already 2 triples tonight. The Heat now lead by 15.
He's shooting so well, Eric. He's 2 for 3 tonight from downtown, and his percentage went down off the last 5 games.
I like that. There's LeBron, low post against Deng. No help. Deng able to poke check it out of bounds. Nothing easy against Luol Deng. 6 on the shot clock for the Cavs. Nice play. LeBron on a reverse dunk off the give and go from Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, excellent pass.
With 10 points for LeBron James. Heat are up by 13. Whiteside has it against Channing Frye. Great pass. Oh my, you gotta love the fastball. Whiteside just threw to Dragic. A strike.
Remember those criticisms of Whiteside not being able to pass? They're not making them anymore. No more criticisms of that.
15-point lead again in this quarter for Miami. Just under 9 minutes left in the second. Kevin Love for 3. And Love knew that was going down the well from the moment it left his hands. His 124th triple of the season.
LeBron's first assist.
Dragic, cross court for Deng. Deng, long 2. And the rebound hauled in with one hand by Channing Frye. And here comes LeBron Winslow grabbing to take the foul. Second foul on Winslow, first against the Heat in the quarter. And we get a timeout here in Miami. The Heat up a dozen on a beautiful Saturday night and a big game Saturday inside the Heat's house.
The Cavs and Heat are playing in the D-League tonight, too. The teams' respective affiliates played last night. You're seeing some of the action now. They're back at it again tonight, and the Skyforce up 25-11 in the first quarter. The Skyforce crushed the Canton Charge. There's our man, Dan Craig, head coach in Sioux Falls. They took care of the Charge, 113-93 last night, as we noted already had. Earning more than just a win last night there in Sioux Falls. Skyforce also wrapped up the Central Division title and home court advantage throughout the NBA DL playoffs, which began on April 5th. The Skyforce now 35-8 can break the D-League regular season wins record set by the 2011-12 Los Angeles Defenders, needing only to go 4-3 in their last 7 games to do so. And on a social Saturday night, of course, we'll give you a little taste of that Skyforce excitement last night. Now we got excitement right here. Here's Eric and Tony.
Oh, plenty of that, Jax. Welcome back to the Heat's house. Miami up a dozen, 8:18 left, first half. A lot of great basketball still ahead. Kevin Love draining the jumper over Whiteside. So 5 points, all in the quarter for Love.
And they're setting up Love now on the perimeter with Whiteside guarding.
A 10-point lead for the Heat. Twice in this quarter, they've been ahead by 15. And the deflection by Jefferson. That's Miami's 7th turnover. Irving attacking for profit.
Yeah, that's what they want. Get out in the open court. Irving and LeBron, very difficult to guard on the move.
7 unanswered points for Cleveland. And Eric Spoelstra will take a timeout. So Kyrie Irving with 11 points. LeBron James has 10. Cleveland making a move here midway through the second quarter. Heat season ticket members, the March 22nd renewal deadline just about here. We've been saying throughout this renewal period, your Heat season ticket membership is definitely an investment in your community, in your team, and of course, in your Miami Heat family. And we certainly hope you see it the same way. You can learn more about your membership renewal by logging onto your personalized website, myheatfamily.com, or by calling your account service rep at 786-777-1400. Well, the Heat began the game 4th in the East. Even though they have the same record as number 5 Charlotte, the tiebreaker belongs to Miami for the moment because the Heat have a better division record than Charlotte. The Heat are a half game behind number 3 Atlanta and a half game ahead of number 6 Boston. That's right, 3 through 6. 4 teams separated by just 1 game. That's why every game and every moment matters.
Boy, Jefferson and Kyrie Irving are disturbing those handoffs
from
Whiteside. That's the second time they got that steal.
Now the turnovers, Miami's undoing. They've committed 8. The Cavaliers have 10 points off of them. And Cleveland has responded after falling behind by 15 with 9 unanswered points.
Cleveland's doing it with their defense.
Winslow with an air ball. And Miami has lost its swag right now. Ball goes out of bounds off Channing Frye.
He touched it.
5 on the shot clock for the Heat. So Kevin Love is defending Whiteside. Wade, double teamed by Love and LeBron. Has to fling it out. And Frye brings it down. Now Cleveland's hit 7 straight shots. Richardson deflecting it out. Wouldn't let the entry in easily to LeBron.
Cleveland has taken it up a notch too defensively. They're getting into the Heat's kitchen on the handoffs, on trying to get open on the wings. The Heat's got to move a little bit better, get some backdoor cuts to loosen it up a little bit.
There's Tyronn Lue. He's 19-8 since taking over as head coach on the 22nd of January after the Cavs fired David Blatt while he was sitting on top of the East with a 30-11 record. Jefferson leans in and scores. Richard Jefferson made that look too easy. Well, he got by Wade and got over Whiteside. So that's 11 unanswered points now for the Cavs.
Yeah, right now it's Cleveland's energy that's getting to the Heat.
A 15-point lead that has been shrunk to 4. The lob to Whiteside. He banks it in.
What a catch. Yellow shirts around him.
Boy, if I'm a quarterback, I love throwing it to a guy with hands like Whiteside. He catches almost everything. Whiteside, 6 points, 6 boards, and a block. He's made all 3 of his shots. That ends the Cavaliers scoring run after 11 straight. LeBron against Joe Johnson. Now you give him that shot all day long with no rhythm and no ball.
Yeah, with a situation like that, he usually does shoot it 3. We've seen that many times.
Wade Euro stepping through, setting up Johnson. Kaboom!
D-Wade, 2 assists, last 2 baskets by the Heat.
Tony, that's how you get your threes most of the time off. Penetration and kick-out pitches. Well, Miami up by 9. Here's Love, missing from downtown. That's the 8th rebound for Whiteside.
So now the Heat respond to all that pressure.
Oh, nice move by Dang. Here's rookie 2 with another 3.
Joe Johnson. No, it was Dang with the pass to the corner. And then you got Josh Richardson now with 3 threes tonight already.
Josh Richardson, 3 of 4 from downtown. It's his 6th game over the last couple of weeks with at least 3 triples. The rookie from Tennessee making it rain and bringing some pain to Cleveland.
You are enjoying Miami Heat basketball on Fox Sports Sun. Look at the Ultra Music Festival just down the street from your Miami Heat. Heat halftime presented by your South Florida Chevy dealers. Coming your way in just a little bit. We'll get the second half plan from assistant coach Juwan Howard in just a little bit. Ron said that he was going to go by and check out a couple sets at Ultra before he came over to knock out Ron's rewind. I guess he was serious about it. Plus the timeouts were a little crazy in the second quarter. But Ron will be here to rewind. I'm sure of it. Just get his party started right there. So let's get back to live action with Eric and Teddy. We'll get back to you with Ron for Heat halftime coming up in a bit.
Jax, we heard he was out shopping for coffee cups.
Jax, I told you he can dance. He can't sing, but he can dance.
Ron Rothstein, he'll be back for halftime, and both Coach Rothstein and John Crotty join Jax in postgame. Meanwhile, in the last minute, the Heat have come up with 8 straight points, and Joe Johnson with a takeaway with the lights on against LeBron.
LeBron trying to go behind his back.
Oh, nice pass for the Richardson 3. Yes!
Joe Johnson, steal and assist. Wow.
Well, there's a new 3-point weapon in the NBA. His name is Josh Richardson. He's 4 of 5 from downtown, has 12 points off the bench. The Heat, 7 of 9 from downtown. They've scored 11 unanswered points.
With all that energy and work by the Cavs, they're down by 15 again.
LeBron James with a sky hook over McRoberts. Love with a push-off. Won't count, and Kevin Love picks up his 3rd foul.
Yes.
So the Cavaliers had an 11-0 run. to get to within 4. Miami's answered back with an 11-0 run.
You can see it right there. That's an easy call. Boy, guys are making calls easy tonight.
That's a second bad foul Kevin Love has had here in the first half. Remember his first when he warded off on the smaller Goran Dragic.
And with Whiteside out of the game, they're going with Josh McRoberts at center, if you will.
Tony, the Heat, 11 straight points in just a minute 32. Explosive offense for a Heat team that's really changed since the All-Star break. And when Eric Spoelstra was asked by a visiting member of the media from Cleveland tonight about the Heat's rapid improvement offensively, Coach Spo said extreme circumstances forced us into extreme change.
Great quote. He's exactly right. And it all started in it came together in that game against Atlanta right after the All-Star game.
McRoberts fouled from behind by Iman Shumpert. First down Shumpert. Third team foul on Cleveland. The Heat playing in unison. Great chemistry.
Watch D. Wade with the pass. There's a switch. Good catch. Good foul by Shumpert. Don't give the dunk.
Tony, the Heat with 14 assists on their first 21 baskets. And just a reminder on this beautiful NBA Saturday, join us later in the game for Miller Time. We'll replay the game's biggest moment, brought to you by Miller Lite.
And I was mentioning that game in Atlanta after the All-Star game. Dwayne Wade didn't play. The Heat went in there with 9 players. It's really maybe the game that Josh Richardson came of age, and they took off from there.
So the Heat have now scored 13 points without a Cleveland reply. The 17-point lead is their biggest of the first half. Dellavedova feeding LeBron on the block, guarded by Dwayne Wade for the first time tonight. Got it. LeBron with 14. And he's done it on 7 for 11 shooting. Richardson turns the corner on Dellavedova. And it's intercepted by J.R. Smith. The 9th Heat turnover of the half. Not only has it given the Cavaliers 10 points, but it takes away 9 potential shot opportunities. Tony Brothers whistles the foul on the catch. LeBron James was fouled by Luol Deng, and that's the first foul on Deng.
Good job by LeBron keeping Deng on the outside of him. He boxed him out like it was a rebound, and then the pass went inside because LeBron had the inside track.
Justice Winslow replaces Deng. When Pat Riley signed Deng, the free agent summer after the summer LeBron left back for Cleveland, there was a reason Pat Riley called it the important free agent signing it was. You needed somebody to now defend LeBron James, and Deng, a perfect candidate for one of the NBA's hardest jobs.
So tonight, mostly the Heat is going with Joe Johnson and Deng guarding LeBron.
Now, Scott Wall had it Cavaliers ball. I think Brent Barnaky is going to come in and overrule him, and he does. Heat ball with Miami ahead by 15.
Let's see who hits this out. That's a good call. Right there.
Tristan Thompson, number 13. Big man out of Texas. Although he's originally from Brampton, Ontario, he played collegiately for the Texas Longhorns. Dwayne Wade with Dellavedova behind him. Thompson in front of him. And LeBron secures the rebound. James gets by Johnson. Runs into McRoberts. Sets up Dellavedova. And Delly buries the three. His first points of the game. His 86th triple of the season.
42% from downtown. Terrific.
Actually, they gave him a 2 on that.
Oh, okay. He's shooting 42% from Kaboom Town.
Dwayne Wade turning and drawing the foul. This one will go against Tristan Thompson. And Thompson will join Kevin Love as Cavalier front court men with 3 fouls.
The Heat are attacking. They've been attacking from the jump. And they're getting the Cavs in foul trouble. D. Wade taking a little rest right here.
Dwayne Wade to the line. 6 points in the first quarter. Last 3 games, Wade has shot just 30% from the field. And how do you put 3 tough games behind you? You come to the gym and you sweat your way through it and you work your way through it.
He's not one that worries about stats, Eric. And sometimes players may be a little hurt. They don't want to play and ruin their scoring average and things of that nature. That doesn't enter his mind at all. He just wants to help his team.
Eric Spoelstra loved Wade's approach in practice yesterday. Tristan Thompson comes out. Tony, look how small the Cavaliers are. At 6'8", LeBron James is their tallest player on the floor.
And the Heat's got Josh McRoberts at 6'10" as their big player. They've been small now with this team for a while when Dang was in instead of Winslow.
A 15-point lead for a Heat team shooting 60% here in the first half. Dellavedova turns the corner on Winslow. And the long rebound secured by Dragic. Behind his back, through the woods, and fouled by Iman Shumpert.
Oh, man.
Boy, Dragic puts pressure on the defense coming downhill right at you.
Boy, his eyes light up when he gets into the open court. This is Dragic at his best. In the open court, pushing the ball up the floor. He's really going 1-on-2 here, but he has the advantage because he's so crafty with the ball.
Well, He'd become a much tougher team to defend. And Heat Nation, you want to see your team wherever you are. So continue to watch Heat games on the go through your cable and satellite providers, including DirecTV. Here's how you do it. Go to the App Store and download Fox Sports Go. Sign in using your TV provider username and password. Select Fox Sports Sun, and bingo, you start watching your Miami Heat wherever you are with FoxSportsGo.com for all your information.
Eric, remember we said one of the keys tonight was one and done. Well, second chance points. The Heat 11, Cleveland 2. So the Heat are doing their job.
No surprise you were right on target with your keys to the game, Coach. Goran Dragic with 10 points in the first half, the third double-figure score for the Heat. That's a 17-4 run for Miami and a 17-point lead. Shumpert for three. And the rebound of Dragic.
That time the Heat double-teamed LeBron, said make somebody else beat you, and Shumpert couldn't.
LeBron with a goaltend.
Yes. Definitely goaltending. That ball was in the cylinder.
10 points now for Dwayne Wade. Might look good on film, LeBron, but Dwayne Wade gets the score and the Heat go up by 19.
Yeah, the biggest lead of the night now. You can see the ball was in the cylinder.
Well, the Heat have opened up a 19-point second quarter lead with 1:45 left in the half. Irving, poke check from behind by Joe Johnson. Winslow, down the middle for Dragic. Scores again. Goran Dragic with a dozen, and the Heat lead by 21. A 21-4 run for Miami. A dynamic second quarter for the Heat. Doing it on both ends of the floor. Five on the shot clock. LeBron against Joe Johnson. LeBron James now with 16 points on 8 of 12 shooting.
Yeah, we've seen him do that many times, turn a tough situation into a basket.
Tony, we know how gifted the Cavaliers are offensively. How far they go and their ability to win the championship will hinge on their work at this end of the floor.
Well, they played good, pretty good defense, very good defense for a few minutes there, maybe 5 or 6 minutes, but they haven't sustained it.
The Heat up by 21. Miami shooting 63% against this Cavaliers defense tonight. Dellavedova lobbing for LeBron, who scores easily.
Yeah, that's a good pass by Dellavedova. Throw it up there. You know LeBron's going to go get it.
So 18 for James, 8 in the first, 10 here in the second. So a 19-point lead for Miami and a 20-second timeout for Miami with just under 23 seconds left in the first half.
Each team gets 1 20-second timeout in the first half, so if you don't use it, you lose it. So Spoelstra's using it.
We talked about how tight the race in the East is. The Heat fourth in the East as the game began. Even though they have the same record as Charlotte coming into the game, the Heat have the tiebreaker with a better division record. Well, guess what, gang? Denver did the Heat a favor tonight. They ended a 3-game losing streak with a 101-93 victory in Charlotte. 7 Nuggets in double figures led by DJ Augustine's 24. And now we go to our Domino's standings tracker. Atlanta playing tonight at home against Houston, but right now they're in third. The Heat pick up ground on Charlotte, and they remain a half game ahead of idle Boston. The Celtics play tomorrow night in Philadelphia.
So if the Heat win, they're going to be in third place tonight because they have the tiebreaker over Atlanta. Same record.
I can hear Heat Nation right now, and my headset's going, go Rockets.
Oh, Atlanta's in a tough one, too.
Meanwhile, Nick Batum of Charlotte tonight had another great game. 24 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. And Nick Batum the other night against Miami reminded me of DeMar DeRozan in Toronto, where great defense didn't seem to matter. Those guys made a lot of contested shots against the Heat.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know, great players, professional athletes, they can get on the roll. Doesn't matter what you're doing, they're going to score. And that's what Batum did the other night to help Charlotte beat Miami.
5 on the shot clock for Wade against Jefferson. The jumper off target, and Dragic went flying. A foul on the Cavaliers' Matthew Dellavedova, and Tony Brothers, I think, wants to take a look at this to see if it was a flagrant foul.
Yes, he wants to see if it's flagrant. I think it was Dellavedova who knocked Richardson out of bounds on the rebound.
Watch that.
Oh,
Lower
Dragic.
screen.
He knocked Dragic out of bounds.
He put a shoulder into Dragic.
Yeah, they want to see if that's a flagrant.
Dragic will get free throws no matter what.
Yes.
Now, the Celtics were red hot. They were riding along with a 14-game win streak at home. They were third in the East. And then you know what happened? Jay Crowder got hurt with a sprained ankle, and they have struggled ever since. Last night in Toronto, Kyle Lowry went off. He had 32, outscored Isaiah Thomas of the Celtics, and the Raptors in the end, too much for Boston in a 105-91 victory. Since Crowder got hurt, 4 straight losses for the Celts, who have dropped 5 of their last 6. See, 7 of their last 13 on the road, but 4 of their last 5 are at home, including what could be a significant season finale against Miami. So an Eastern Conference race that continues to entertain and engage. 3 through 6, separated by just 1 game.
Eric, one of the other keys we talked about tonight was the Heat bench outscoring the Cleveland bench. Right now, guys off the bench for the Heat, 9 for 13 from the floor, 24 points. Cleveland bench 8.
You know, Miami has been playing very well at home themselves, Coach. 4-1 at home in March, averaging 114 points a game at home this month. And in their last 4 wins here against Chicago, Phoenix, Philly, and Denver, the Heat averaging 116 points per game. I tell you, it's really incredible to see how this offense has evolved and kind of recreated itself into a much more potent attack. And we get word that it'll just be a 2-shot foul here for Dragic.
Coach Spoelstra talked about this. He was trying to get this done earlier in the season. It wasn't working. It didn't start to happen until after the All-Star break, when it had to happen, just like you talked about earlier, the comment he made.
Well, you see Miami 100 points or more in 9 straight games. They've also had 100 or more in 11 of their last 12 at home. Well, the Heat have become a much better team offensively. And a lot of it by necessity when Chris Bosh was forced to the bench. And by the way, Chris Bosh, congratulations to he and his wife,
yes,
Adrian, the birth of their twins a few days ago. Bosh is on the Heat bench again tonight. It's always good to see Chris connected with the team he loves and still plays with.
He's got his own starting team at home. He's got 5 children.
Miami 9 of 10 at the line, ahead by 20. The Heat shooting 62% in the first half. 30 paint points, a rebound advantage of 10. Miami is dominating Cleveland so far. So second 65-point first half this month for the Heat. They had 65 here at home in the first half against the Bulls. And 65 points ties the most points for any half this season for the Heat.
LeBron's going to try to go coast to coast here.
LeBron motors in, blocked by Deng. That's a fine way to end this excellent first half here at home for Miami. LeBron denied, and the Heat finished the quarter on a 25-8 run. Now one of the best halves of the season for Miami. You just witnessed it. 65 points, 62% shooting, already 4 in double figures, and they'd have gotten 7 of 9 from downtown, including 4 from rookie 2, Josh Richardson. Ron Rothstein will be back in his seat next to Jax for your South Florida Chevy Dealers halftime report. Well, the threes were flowing for Miami. 4 of 5 for Josh Richardson. 2 of 2 from Joe Johnson. Miami up by 21 halfway through on a big game Saturday at home against Cleveland.
Welcome back to Heat Halftime, presented by your South Florida Chevy dealers. We're right now inside the American Airlines Arena on this Saturday night. What a first half for Miami Heat. They have a 65-44 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers back inside Gatorade Championship Valley. Well, man, so along with the Heat assistant coach Chris Quinn and your Geico Coach's Corner. Coach, I'm going to start just with the offense. I mean, where else can you start? 62%, 7 of 9 from 3. Other than just making shots, what was the key in this pace and this balance?
Well, we're sharing the game. We're helping one another. We have a lot of assists on our baskets. And when the ball's moving on that end of the floor, we get a lot better looks.
You got Josh Richardson again, and it's gotten to the point now where we shouldn't be surprised when he hits threes, but he had 4 more. You have a unique perspective pregame down there on the court. What's been his improvement, the way you've seen it? Are you surprised at all by the progression he's made?
Well, he's in the gym all the time. He's worked extremely hard. When he wasn't playing, he stayed ready, put in time in the D-League, and still to this day, every day he's in here getting his work in. So the results are showing.
All right, best of luck in the second half. Appreciate the time.
Thanks.
He's Coach Chris Quinn. As I mentioned, Eric and Tony, I know you know this well. CQ's always there with Josh pregame working on this shot, and boy, it's paying off as the Heat have a big lead at the half.
Thank you, Will. And Josh Richardson with 12 points in the first half, part of a new and improved Heat offense. Tony, you had to love not only the effectiveness, the aggressiveness, but how about the unselfishness? 17 assists on the Heat's 24 first-half field goals.
Eric, the 3 keys to the game. Bounce back from the other night. The Heat did that. One and done. The Heat were up 13-2 in second-chance points. And we said the Heat bench had to outplay Cleveland's bench. Right now, 24-8 Miami.
Heat out-rebounded Cleveland in the first half, 19-9. You got to figure Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson will play better in the second half than they did in the first. Love, 5 points, no rebounds in 9 minutes with 3 fouls. And Tristan Thompson, 2 points, 1 rebound in 12 minutes. He also had 3 fouls. That's another guy that's going to play better in the second half. He's got to. He had no points in the first half. J.R. Smith gets his first score of the game on just his second field goal attempt.
Well, we know how he can ignite.
So it's Dragic, Stoudemire, Wade, Johnson, and Deng for the Heat. Same group that started the game. Amara loses the ball and tries to get it back and is called for the foul. That's the 3rd foul on Amara Stoudemire. He picked up his first 2 in the game's first 5 minutes and came out, and we didn't see him again. Eric Spoelstra going mostly with a rotation of Whiteside and McRoberts at center for the rest of the first half.
Oh, boy, LeBron pushed Stoudemire. That's why he got the foul. Watch it again. Man.
Kyrie Irving. He had 11 in the first half. LeBron had 18 and misses the layup. And now he looks back and argues for a foul. Wade, the trailer, on the run for 2.
D-Wade looked at Joe Johnson that time, maybe to pass it, but he took it himself.
Wow, how quickly did LeBron change hands and finish? James with 20. Heat ahead by 19. And Dwayne Wade, by the way, with 12. 1 point away from reaching 20,000 career points. Now we know this, Coach. You're going to have to continue to play at a very high level to win this game. And they aim to do that. Dragic with another fast break score. Dragic with 16. He's hit 6 of his 8 shots. Well, the Heat up by 21. Joe Johnson defending LeBron. Goes under the screen. And James misses the 3. Cavaliers 2 of 11 from downtown. Wade! Welcome the club 20,000. Dwayne Wade has just become the 41st player in NBA history to score 20,000 career points, every one of them in a Miami Heat uniform.
How cool is that?
We're 2 minutes into the third quarter and the Heat up 23. Kevin Love in and out from downtown.
Yeah, the Heat's got their biggest lead right now at 23.
Dwayne Wade back to Stoudemire, who launches and connects. 6 for Amare, and the Heat now leading by 25. The Heat now with 19 assists on their 28 field goals. Irving got fouled, shooting the 3. Dragic got caught up on the Kevin Love screen, and Kyrie Irving's going to get 3 free throws. First foul on Goran Dragic.
So you got to keep pushing at both ends of the floor, Eric. You got an ignitable team here with Irving, J.R. Smith, LeBron. They can all get hot in a minute.
Heat Nation very aware of a 20,000-point career goal for Dwayne Wade. They're making an announcement at the arena right now.
Scored his 20,000th point in the NBA. Congratulations, Dwayne Wade!
A special moment, a monumental moment for a player Pat Riley drafted out of Marquette with a 5th pick in 2003. Heat Nation, you've seen every one of his 20,001 points. Dwayne Wade has joined Elvin Hayes as the 20th fastest in NBA history to 20,000 career points. Both the Big E and D. Wade getting it done in 844 career games.
Just gave a salute to Mickey and Nick and Madeline Harrison, the owners of the Miami Heat.
By the way, Coach, Dwayne Wade getting to 20,000 career points in 844 games, which brings to mind, you know who the fastest player in NBA history was to 20,000 points?
Well, you could guess. Will Chamberlain.
Yes, did it in 499 games. Michael Jordan was second. The big O, Oscar Robertson, was 3rd fastest.
Wow.
LeBron got there 8th quickest. Shaquille O'Neal 9th fastest. So the Heat with Shaq, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, 3 players in NBA history that reached 20,000 points have all played in Miami. That's kind of cool.
And you know, it's great to see him hug Udonis. Udonis was there for every one of those points. He's been his teammate the whole way.
2 of the longest tenured teammates in the NBA. Here's Wade coming in, scooping for 2 more.
He's starting to work on 21,000.
Well, 14 points for Wade. He's got the Heat up by 24, and Kyrie Irving steps out of bounds. Well, right now, the Heat are overwhelming the Cavaliers.
Those guys are getting into it.
Dwayne Wade with 6 straight points now, 16. Here's Dragic. And the rebound comes down to Iman Shumpert. Shumpert has not played as well this year for Cleveland as he did last year. Neither is Timofey Mozgov. 2 guys that were excellent additions a year ago. Kevin Love missing twice, Deng with a rebound. And the Heat continue to dominate. Up 24. 8:42 left in the 3rd. Dragic. Nice handoff. Wade with a pump fake. And another bucket.
One of his favorite moves down low is a little shot fake against bigger players. It makes them smaller, the opponent.
So the Heat go up by 26. This is their biggest lead of the game. LeBron, oh my.
Yep.
You give him a step, you're going to be on the highlight reel. 22 for LeBron. Miami up by 24. LeBron James has taken 18 shots. Nobody else has taken more than 7 on the Cavs. Dragic over James, short. And the rebound is Stoudemire and a fresh shot clock for the Heat. Either dominating the glass. It's 23-10 Miami in rebound.
LeBron on Wade right now.
How is it possible for a team to have just 10 rebounds? And we're in the 3rd quarter of the game.
That's 4 fouls on Stoudemire. That's tough. He got pushed on the 3rd foul, and he's going up for a rebound there. Made contact, got his 4th foul.
Richard Jefferson and Matthew Dellavedova come into the game. J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert, 2 former Knicks that came over in a midseason trade last year, come out.
Supposed to tell Stoudemire stay in the game. He's working hard. I'm going to leave him in.
Miami ahead by 24. 7:40 left, 3rd quarter. Love sets the screen. Johnson gets under. Love down the lane. Lays it in.
Okay, they took away the 3, though. That's a good job. That's what their scouting report is for the Heat tonight. Run them off the 3-point line.
7 points for Kevin Love. 24 points with 14 rebounds in the October 30th Cavaliers win over the Heat. On the shot clock. Johnson for 3. That's off. Rebound Stoudemire. Fresh shot clock for the Heat. And now we get a whistle because that ball may have not ricocheted off the rim.
That was some rebound by Stoudemire. He had great hands. That was a tough rebound. Scott Wall thinks the ball hit the rim. Good job by the officials to get together.
Well, we're going to find out. We don't have to think about it.
It looked like it did, Eric. It snuck it maybe a little bit.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I don't think it did.
Might have grazed it. I'm not sure.
Now 2 looks and we're still not sure, but I don't think so. But it doesn't matter. Deep ball, up 22. Joe Johnson. The pull-up. Sticks it. Cool Joe. 12 points for Johnson. Playing in his 11th game with the Heat, averaging over 15 points a game for Miami and shooting 57%. Tonight he's made 5 of 7. Jefferson for 3.
That was a good job running Love off the 3. You'd rather Jefferson shoot it than Love if you're the Heat.
Tony Cleveland 2 of 13 from downtown. Pick and roll time. And Stoudemire will head to the free throw line. Tell you what, Goran Dragic's playmaking getting better and better. Dragic's last 5 games, 40 assists, 10 turnovers. He's up to 19th in the league in assists. And tonight he has 8 assists. So he's reached 8 assists, Tony, now in 5 consecutive games. Tonight's game between the Cavaliers and the Heat, proudly being broadcast on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the United States Armed Forces serving around the world on land and on ships at sea. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you wherever you tune in. The Heat and Cavaliers tonight. I'm Eric Reed, alongside the coach, Tony Fiorentino, and with Jason Jackson, Will Manso, Ron Rothstein, John Crotty, and the outstanding men behind the scenes that bring you the pictures every night. Great pictures on Fox Sports Sun.
Pat Riley has the Home Strong program where the Heat honor veterans before every home game. Very proud of the armed forces.
Miami up by 26, equaling their largest lead of the night. Loose ball taken by Love. 5 on the shot clock. James, with nobody protecting the rim, scores easily.
Yeah, he had Stoudemire on him on the perimeter. Obviously, that's a good matchup for LeBron.
24 for LeBron. .4 lead for the Heat. 12 on the shot clock for the Heat. Dangerous pass. Dragic thought he was fouled. 5 to shoot for Miami. It's Johnson hoisting a 3. Come on.
Oh, everything's going well. Wow, 27-point lead. That's the biggest of the night.
How about 3 triples for Joe Johnson in 4 tries? The Heat, 8 of 11 from downtown. Richard Jefferson getting the uncontested dunk. You can tell when Whiteside is not in the game for Miami. That rim left unguarded. Miami ahead by 25, 5:21 left in the game. And a monumental moment a few minutes ago in the third quarter. That bucket put Dwayne Wade over the 20,000-point mark. He becomes the 41st player in NBA history to score 20,000 career points. Great thing is, all of them in a Miami Heat uniform.
I remember grabbing the hat. And I'm walking up on stage, and they rush you up on stage. And I remember saying, don't cover your face with the hat, right? So I remember putting the hat down and then lifting it up, so make sure that my face has been seen. It was just that moment where I've been waiting. I've never been as excited to shake no one's hand as I was to shake the commissioner's hand. And walking on that stage, it was like I just can't believe this moment has happened.
One of maybe the greatest draft pick in Heat history, Dwayne Wade, the 5th choice in 2003, joining draft class teammates, court classmates LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony, 3 of the 8 players active in the 20,000 career point club. And Dwayne Wade, how about a 10-point third quarter for Wade and a 20-point game on the night he reaches 20,000 career points. Just had a fan tweet us a play on words. Instead of Father Time, they referred to Wade as Father Prime because he still looks like the all-star version of Dwayne Wade, and he was an all-star this year for the 12th time. Whiteside on the catch, underneath, got fouled. Now, very rarely does Dwayne Wade sort of kick back and reflect on his accomplishments, but approaching 20,000 career points, he did just that earlier today.
Obviously, when you're in the game, you just play. But I know now that it's coming, and I'll reach it at some point. Hopefully tonight, hopefully early. And it'll be something great. It'll be something great to be in the history books with 40 of the greatest player scorers in this game. It's cool for me as well because I got friends that's in there, and to jump in there with Bron and Melo, it's something that's great as well. So it'll be a good, cool accomplishment.
Yeah, those guys are saying that, Dwayne, welcome to the neighborhood.
You know what's great about it, Eric? When Pat Riley picked Dwayne Wade with the 5th pick, the Heat needed a point guard and a center at that point. And what did they do? The Heat went with the best player on the board, and Dwayne Wade, and look how it worked out.
LeBron James just threw it out of bounds. Kyrie Irving fell down. Well, the famous tale of Pat Riley on a Stairmaster watching Marquette eliminate Kentucky in the NCAA tournament. Wade had a triple-double in that game. And when Pat Riley got off that Stairmaster that day, he knew number 3 was in his sights. The Heat fortunate to take him and fortunate all these years to keep him and enjoy him.
Eric, we know there's a great bond between Wade and Coach Spoelstra. After Wade's rookie year, after he played in Athens in the Olympics, they went in the gym, and Wade worked on that mid-range J, more balance. Coach Spo helped him do that, and now the Heat have their biggest lead of the night at 31 points. Wow.
Incredible. A 22-point game for Wade. 12 of those points here in the third quarter as LeBron strikes back. LeBron James now with 24. Wade, by the way, has 26 for LeBron. Wade is 6 for 7 in the quarter. And Whiteside got hammered down by Tristan Thompson. That's the 4th foul on Thompson.
Eric, Dwayne Wade and LeBron bring out the best in each other. They're so competitive when they're competing against each other, in the same game. You got to love that competitiveness. That Wade, the great players just take it to another level when they want to. And you see Wade with a tough shot. We know how he struggled the other night with some of his shooting, but obviously his leg is feeling better.
Yeah, and the shoulder, too. He had either a heat pack or an ice bag on it when he came out of the locker room at halftime. LeBron and Kyrie Irving come out. Channing Frye checks in along with Jordan McRae, a rookie from Tennessee. And that's McRae with a rebound. McRae, a former teammate of Heat rookie Josh Richardson.
Yeah, had a nice meeting before the game.
Jordan McRae telling Ethan Skolnick of the Miami Herald before the game that at Tennessee people used to go under screens, did not respect the outside jumper of Richardson. He said he's proud of how Josh has improved his jump shot.
Shows you how much time he put in the gym. Talked about it earlier, behind the scenes with a coach, just improving that, Jay.
Dellavedova just tripled for Cleveland. Miami's up by 26. Richardson flying in, a hard landing and a hard foul. Richardson will get 2 shots.
I've said it many times, Eric. The Heat have one of the best, if not the best, teaching staff in the NBA. Young guys thrive. They get better. Look how high Richardson's going to get up here.
Jordan McRae with a foul.
Yeah, his ex-teammate got him.
Richardson has everything. Skill, athletic ability, and great maturity. Now, Josh Richardson, one of many reasons for you to join the Miami Heat family. Don't miss your opportunity to get in the front of the line for discounted partial plans or season ticket memberships for next season. $500 deposit allows you to reserve up to 4 Heat season ticket memberships. A $100 deposit would allow you to reserve up to 4 discounted partial plans. For more information or to place your deposit, log on to HeatSeatDeposits.com or call 786-777-HOOP.
It is great, Eric, to see after the best player in the game 2 years ago leaves the Heat. He come out and have this type of competitive and successful team, a year and a half, almost 2 years later.
Now Dellavedova comes back. .235 left in the third. Winslow finds Whiteside, who hammers it down.
Another good catch. That was a tough pass in close quarters. But the Whiteside caught it and gathered himself to dunk it.
Hassan Whiteside with 10 points and 8 rebounds. Miami up 93-67. McRae misses. Johnson with a rebound. Miami has out-rebounded Cleveland tonight. 27-13, 28-13.
15-2 and second chance points.
Johnson off the diagonal cross-court pass. Kaboom!
D-Wade thought it was to him.
Joe Johnson, 4 of 5 now from downtown. He's got 20 points. The steal by Richardson. Josh Richardson. A guy that gets his work done on both ends of the floor. Minute 41 left in the third quarter. Lead up by 29.
He did not play last night. Cleveland played in Orlando.
Whiteside had his hands on the offensive rebound and hustles to it.
That's his ninth.
Whiteside against Channing Frye.
He wants to score here.
Johnson from downtown. That one's off target. Jordan McRae with a rebound.
Joe Johnson works on that shot before the game. 2, 3, 4 feet behind the three-point line.
Channing Frye from the three-point arc. Bottoms up.
Yeah, he'll bury that.
His first point of the night. 74th triple of the season. With a 6'11" Channing Frye, 10 years into his NBA career.
Well, this is his 13th game with Cleveland, shooting over 50% from downtown with them.
That's why they acquired him from Orlando. Made their three-point game even better. Whiteside, what hands. In a crowd, he made the catch, unable to finish, but he got a fresh 24 seconds to work with.
Smart move by Winslow. He looked up at the clock. Good court awareness.
Ten on the shot clock as Wade waits with Dellavedova defending. Johnson open for the three, takes the two. Wade on a great tip in. How high did he go? As high as he needed to. 24 for Wade, 14 in the third quarter.
I guess the leg and shoulder are okay, Eric.
Now what a great bounce back game for Dwayne Wade and his Heat. Dellavedova driving in, missed the bank shot. Whiteside with his 10th rebound. So he ends the third quarter with his 32nd double-double this season and his 13th in the last 15 games. Well, Miami had a 31-point lead in that quarter. That is the largest lead of the season for the Heat. Game they've never trailed. Miami continues to dominate the #1 team in the East over the last two seasons.
Also Saturday with the Miami Heat, brought to you by Kendall Toyota and West Kendall Toyota. Caption contest time. Before any points were scored here in the NBA, that man was working for Marquette. That man would be Dwayne Wade, number 3 then, number 3 now. Submit your caption ideas. Facebook.com/Miami Heat, Instagram.com Miami Heat as well. We'll get to the winner in Heat Live post game. I'm sure you are inspired, Heat Nation, to give that man some more love all night long. Eric and Tony, back over to you.
Well, thank you, Jax. We look forward to that. 24 points for Dwayne Wade, and the night he surpasses the 20,000 career point mark. Wade had 14 of his 24 in the third quarter. 10 for 17 from the floor tonight. LeBron James has 26 for Cleveland.
Cleveland comes out in the fourth quarter without Kyrie, Love, or LeBron on the floor.
Richard Jefferson just picked up his third foul. Heat open the fourth quarter with Richardson, Winslow, Dragic, Whiteside, and Johnson. Whiteside, 10 points, 10 rebounds, and a block shot tonight. Winslow drives in on Frye, and it rolls off. And here comes Dellavedova. Dellavedova hits the one-hander.
He floated it up there before Whiteside could get his hand up.
Dellavedova had 9 points over the last 2 games. He's got 10 points in this game.
Very good. He's having a very good year this year off the bench.
That's his best year, the third-year pro to St. Mary's of California. Richardson fouled by his former college teammate Jordan McRae. A great athletic ability for this mature 22-year-old from Edmond, Oklahoma.
St. Mary's is the Gales, just like Iona are the Gales.
Now, Dellavedova was the West Coast Conference Player of the Year for St. Mary's. Former 2012 Olympian for London and having his best year in points per game, field goal percentage, three-point percentage, rebounds, assists, and minutes. That about covers it all. I mean, Josh Richardson not playing like a rookie any longer. Over the last 5 games, averaging 16 points a game. And tonight he has 15.
Well, you know, they say about rookies that get a lot of playing time during the year. They get toward the end of the season, they're not rookies anymore because of all the experience.
This guy is on a 3-point spree, a 3 spree. Went 3 for 3 against Golden State, 3 for 4 at Milwaukee, 4 for 6 at Chicago, 4 for 5 against Denver, 3 of 4 the other night against Charlotte, and the night 4 of 5. That's outrageous accuracy from downtown.
His percentage did go up, Eric. He was shooting 71% the last 5 games from downtown. Tonight, 80%, 4 for 5. So it did go up.
So a 16-point game for Richardson, a 28-point lead for the Heat. Cleveland has never led in this game. Been a very impressive performance for the Heat so far. Dellavedova misses from downtown. Dragic ran out of room.
Boy, what a tough shot. He shot that over Richardson and Whiteside.
Gerald Green coming into the game for Miami for the first time tonight to replace Joe Johnson, who goes to the bench with 18. Joe Johnson, if this continues, it would be his 8th straight game shooting better than 50% for Miami. Is James Jones, former Heat swingman and University of Miami star. Out of American High School in Miami, James Jones checking in for the Cavs for the first time tonight.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Larinaga and the Canes.
Yes,
Wichita today, they're going to the Sweet 16.
Timofey Mozgov tapping that in for his first score. So Jim Larinaga taking the Hurricanes to a second Sweet 16 in the last 4 years. They got a 28-point game today from Angel Rodriguez. I think that's the best NCAA tournament game any Hurricane player's ever had. Sheldon McClellan also scored 18. And next up for UM, they'll take on the Villanova Iowa winner. That game is tomorrow. So good luck to the Miami Hurricanes once you get to the Sweet 16. So what always impresses me and is so enjoyable about the tournament, how much better things get for you with every win. You know, you go from 32 to 16, yep. You're 3 wins away from playing in a Final Four.
How about they were up 21 today, and Wichita went up. State went up 1. The Kings came right back. Was it Rodriguez? Angel Rodriguez had an unbelievable game tonight. 28 points this afternoon.
Almost got to expect that the trailing team will make a run. It's very seldom easy to win an NCAA tournament game. For me, it felt like Miami won that game twice, at the beginning and then at the end. Whiteside was fouled by Dellavedova. Hassan will go to the free throw line with 10 points and 11 rebounds. Now, Heat Nation, we're taking the Heat experience to the Batch Gastropub in Miami on Wednesday, March 23rd. That's your next date for the Miami Heat Road Rally presented by Bacardi. Heat dancers, Bernie, and your fellow Heat fans will all be there to watch the Heat take on the Spurs in San Antonio. You can enjoy drink specials, prizes, and a great game. Batch Gastropub, located at 30 Southwest 12th Street in Miami. For more information, visit heat.com. Whiteside having another good night overall and from the free throw line where he's 4 for 5. 12 points and 11 boards for Hassan. Miami ahead by 28. Jefferson. Nope. And the rebound to Richardson. Green over Mozgov. Well, Timofey Mozgov, who's been a starter for most of the year. 38 starts. Tonight he barely got off the bench till the 4th quarter. Look at that steal. And score by Dragic.
He was trying to dunk that. His teammates are over there. It's a good thing he made the layup. He would have never heard the end of that one.
18 points, 9 assists for Dragic. Oh, the Heat players beside themselves with laughter.
That's funny.
Miami ahead by 30. You can enjoy this one a little bit right now. Offensive foul on Timofey Mozgov, and let's see if the coach can analyze what happened to Goran Dragic.
Let's see this again. He's measuring his steps. He wants to throw it down. He didn't get any hop. And he's looking back at the bench. Boy, I'll tell you, if he missed that tomorrow on the Monday on the plane, he'd have never heard that.
The things we have enjoyed tonight here on Fox Sports Sun. A 30-point lead and total domination of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Green open 3. Green light.
Eric, that's what you were talking about earlier. In the last, 5 games, 9 assists for Dragic. Chicago, 9 Toronto, 8 Denver, 8 Charlotte, now 10 tonight. 44 in the last 5 games. Outstanding.
As has been the Heat's 3-point shooting as Jefferson launches and connects from downtown. Richard Jefferson with 9 points. Tony, the Heat still not a good team statistically from 3, ranking 26th in the league, 33%. Tonight, they've made 10 of their 14 triples. That is outstanding work. Here's Richardson in and out from downtown. So much of it's come off great ball movement. The Heat with 25 assists on their 39 field goals tonight. Whiteside got his second block of the game. He suction cupped that away from Dellavedova. Here comes Dragic. Out to Green. 3 on the way and out. Winslow. Blocked by Mozgov, who slapped it out of bounds. And a timeout on a game that's been more enjoyable than one could imagine. Beautiful Saturday night in Miami. You know what? It's even better inside the American Airlines Arena than it is outside. Turnovers, only 1 in the second half. And tomorrow, NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing heads to Fontana with the Auto Club 400 on Fox as Brad Keselowski looks to defend his championship from last year. It's all tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox, and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Reed Fiorentino, Jackson Manzo, and yes, Bernie, very quick to don his 20K t-shirt. So Heat up by 30, 7:42 and counting left in what's been a long night here in Miami for the Cavaliers. Whiteside misses the hook.
Yeah, he was losing the ball on the way up. Fumbled it.
Gerald Green wrestling with Mozgov down low. Shumpert missing the long 2. Green with a rebound. Iman Shumpert has had a rough year and an even rougher night. 0 for 3, just 2 points.
Only averaging under 6 a game this year.
Whiteside, what a great catch and finish. I told you, he catches everything.
Excellent pass from Gerald Green. Instead of shooting the ball, he had a shot. He gave it up to the big fella.
14 points, 12 boards, 2 blocks for the Great Wall of Whiteside. Miami up by 32. And that counts for James Jones, a chance at a 4-point play on the Gerald Green foul.
We saw that a number of times in a Heat uniform, but he just somehow he gets involved in 4-point plays. He makes the shot, he gets fouled. He's done that before in a Heat uniform.
And he played 6 seasons with Miami, had 123 triples for the 2010-2011 Heat.
Look at that, 4-point play.
James Jones, born and raised in Miami. When his playing career is done, he will reside again full-time in Miami, a city he loves. James Jones. Miami ahead 109-81. There he goes again. Yes, sir. Oh, that is a magic hand.
Dragic with his 11th assist. Should be 11.
That would equal his season high in assists. Whiteside now has 16 points, 13 rebounds, and Richardson will meet and greet in row 2 as he hustled for the pass.
How could you throw the ball ahead of him and not catch up to it as fast as he runs?
Hard to imagine the Heat playing much better than they have tonight. But this is, Tony, it's just what Eric Spoelstra envisioned as he takes Whiteside and Dragic out. McRoberts and Haslam come in. This is what Eric Spoelstra envisioned for his team, a team playing with unselfishness and with what he likes to say, pace and space, a pace the Cavaliers have been unable to keep up with tonight.
Well, it's also an example of a well-coached team and a mentally tough team. Come back from a tough loss the other night where you go from 3 to 6 in the standings. You come right back tonight and play your best game that you've played in a while.
You know, since Thursday, Miami fell from 3rd to 5th and then moved back to 4th with Boston's loss last night. James Jones for 3. He rattles it down.
7 points the last 2 shots.
James Jones, 7 points in 5 minutes. 41st game he's played in for the Cavaliers this year. He averages just 3 points a game.
Finance major at the University of Miami. Graduated with a degree.
Great family man.
Yes.
And a great credit to the University of Miami and the city of Miami. Meanwhile, 18 points tonight for Josh Richardson.
Also a National Honor Society member.
Actually 17 for Richardson as Mozgov threw it down with force.
James Jones was.
113-89 Miami with 5:05 left. Next one for the Heat. Next 2 for the Heat are on the road. At New Orleans Tuesday night at 8. At San Antonio Wednesday night at 8:30. McRoberts missed on the wheel and deal. Under 5 minutes to go. Here's James Jones launching again. Now, Oklahoma City beat Indiana tonight 115-111. Detroit over Brooklyn 115-103.
Detroit's fighting Chicago for the 8th spot.
Udonis! You did it! Just the 30th game this season for the Heat's all-time leading rebounder and one of the great leaders in franchise history. Earl Green fouling Jordan McRae. We get a timeout with 4:24 left in one of the more pleasing games of the season for Miami. Heat played it at a high level right from the very start. Welcome back with our Nashville Hot Shot Chart brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. How the game was won? Dwayne Wade helped, 24 points, 14 in the third quarter, 10 for 17 shooting, and it was in that third quarter when he joined the 20,000 career point mark. And speaking of that, here is your Live Mas Hysteria moment presented by Taco Bell.
D-Wade, what a great career so far. He's nowhere near done. Got those fresh legs. Changed trainers in the offseason. Got ready for a long season. Hasn't missed but a few games. Handful of games. Leading both on and off the floor.
41st player in NBA history and only the 8th active player with 20,000 career points. He tied Elvin Hayes, the great Big E, as the 20th fastest to 20,000 career points. Both did it in their 844th game. But more important than any individual accomplishment tonight, the Heat's team effort, Tony, 57% shooting. A humiliating rebound total for the Cavaliers. They've been out-rebounded 39-21. Coach, this is about as impressive as it gets for Miami this year as they continue to win since the All-Star break.
37, 39, 44 points off the bench for the Heat. Just an outstanding display. You talked about Josh Richardson earlier, the last 3 games. 17 points against Denver, 18 against Charlotte, and 17 so far tonight.
A kick on Shumpert. You know, the Heat, with a win tonight, would go to 11-5. Kick on Josh. 11-5 since the All-Star break without the services of their all-star big man, Chris Bosh. I don't know how many teams could have responded from that kind of adversity and turn it into prosperity. Some things have, sort of connected for Miami. Deng to the 4, Whiteside getting more touches, Dragic reverting to his Phoenix Suns form. A lot has gone well, but Tony, to recreate yourself without one of your best players, job well done for Eric Spoelstra, his staff, and his team.
No doubt. And you got your leading scorer, one of the most versatile bigs in the NBA. There's so many things for you, both in shooting the ball from the stretch in the defense. He's the administrator of defense, the minister of defense in the back there, telling everybody what to do. I get the right word. Telling everybody what to do. And then to lose him, and then come out after the All-Star break, not have Dwayne Wade as well, and then win in Atlanta, a tough place to win, and then take off from there with the new style they're playing. So you got to give the Heat a lot of credit for that.
Often you dress like a political candidate. You just acted like one, creating more jobs. The administrator
and minister.
Creating more opportunities.
The defense. Yeah,
that's good stuff.
He's got 2 titles, so he gets paid twice.
Tony, let's talk for a moment, and the timing is not great to assess the Cleveland Cavaliers after a performance like this. They've been the best team in the East. Their lead in the East will go to a game and a half over Toronto. Number one, do you see anybody in the East able to beat them in the playoffs? And what kind of championship chances do you give Cleveland this year?
Well, the thing that struck me earlier, Eric, is the fact, you remember there was about a 5-6 minute period there where Cleveland really got after the Heat. And they went on a run. They got back into the game. But that's been the criticism of this Cleveland team right now, is that they don't play consistent defense throughout the game. Some people seem to feel that cover the team, they were better defensively last year. And you got to play good defense, obviously, to win an NBA championship. So it stands to reason that, that maybe they have less of a chance not being a good defensive team than if they were better defensively.
We will talk more about that in regards to the Cleveland Cavaliers, their defense, and their coaching change when we come back. 2:40 left, fourth quarter. What a night for the Heat, but it's not done yet. Always a pleasure to get into my Lexus from Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West Kendall. Also a pleasure to look at the Heat's road ahead. 13 games left. 8 of the final 13 are on the road for the Heat, including the next 2 at New Orleans Tuesday night We heard word today that the Pelicans may be shutting Anthony Davis down soon. Their star big man has been hurting. The Spurs on Wednesday, then back home against Orlando Friday night, and Brooklyn next Monday. By the way, San Antonio leading Golden State at halftime tonight, 43-37. Now Richard Jefferson to the free throw line with the Heat leading 120-94.
Eric, we just got a text. Barry University's men's basketball team also advanced to the Elite Eight. The Bucks from Barry University. All right.
Richard Jefferson, 16 points off the bench, 10 here in the fourth quarter. Now Jefferson at the age of 35, a guy that can still get you points. He had 16 here earlier this season, back on the 5th of December. He's got 17 tonight. 2:35 left in the fourth quarter. Sasha Cowan in the game for Cleveland. Haslam missed the jumper. Jefferson with a rebound. Well, he's shooting 57% for the night with just 12 turnovers, 11 of 17 from downtown, 56 points in the paint, and a 40-22 rebound domination. What a game for Miami. Gerald Green with a rebound. 24 points for Dwayne Wade, 18 and 11 assists for Dragic, his 4th double-double of the season. Whiteside with 16 points and 13 rebounds for his 32nd double-double this year. You know, when Tyronn Lue took over as the head coach of the Cavaliers after they fired David Blatt January 22nd, Lue is not an interim head coach as Jefferson scores another 3. He was given a 3-year contract to be the head coach of the Cavaliers. One of the first moves he made, Tyronn Lue, was hire a close friend. There he is, Mike Longobardi, who was one of Jeff Hornacek's assistants with Phoenix. Longobardi and Jerry Sichting were fired by the Suns before Hornacek ultimately lost his job. But the defensive reins have been handed over to Longobardi. And coach, statistically, the Cavaliers' defense has regressed since the coaching change.
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, I've read reports about it. And they only went for a little 5, 6, maybe 7-minute stretch earlier, but they didn't maintain it. And I mentioned Barry University being in the Elite Eight. I want to qualify that and say they're a Division II.
Yes.
Division II school.
Gang, if you miss any of tonight's action, or you just want to watch one of the best games this year again, you can. Heat Cavalier replay tonight at midnight, presented to you by your South Florida Honda dealers. Now, certainly the Cavaliers have the talent to be what they've been the last 2 years, the best team in the East, but to win a championship, you got to also have intangibles besides talent and a real connection with your team. Only time will tell whether the Cavaliers have that or not.
You asked the question earlier. I certainly think that the Cavaliers can be beaten in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Well, the Raptors beat them 2 out of 3 in the regular season. Whether that carries over or not, who knows? One thing we do know, Miami and Cleveland have never met in a playoff series. Well, the Heat sure would love to meet them this time.
That would be sparks, wouldn't it? That would be a
great opportunity.
Imagine if that's in the Eastern Finals, with the right to go to the finals.
Well, that would be the best. And that's why the Heat would love to get to the 3 seed. And you don't get the Cavaliers potentially till the finals. This could be the 5th game this year that the Heat have not trailed them. And their 7th game this season with 10 triples or more. They've done that twice in the last 5 games. So, Coach, we've seen the Heat become a better offensive team, a better rebounding team, and a much better three-point shooting team.
Remember when they were last in the league in field goal attempts? Not last anymore. Not in the stretch. You know, they've pushed the ball up the floor.
Justice Winslow was fouled by Richard Jefferson. Got a face foul.
You gotta like Richard Jefferson fouling. Doesn't matter what's on the scoreboard. You don't give a guy a layup or a dunk.
The Heat are going to go to 10-0 when they score over 110 points. Stay tuned right after the game for Heat Live postgame, player interviews, locker room sound, Coach Spo's postgame press conference, highlights, and analysis from Coach Rothstein and former point guard John Crotty, all with Jax, and all live from the Biscayne Bayside studio on Heat Live, coming up right after the game. The Heat had 124 against Denver, 129 against Chicago, both games in March. I mean, this was not a team capable of generating that kind of offense earlier in the season. So I think what Heat Nation has really enjoyed, watching their team evolve, recreate, and be the best version that they can be 13 games away from the playoffs.
And the other thing we never talk about, Eric, when we do our stats before the game, we go back over what the Heat did the last time against certain teams. Tyler Johnson had some very good games against people earlier this season, and he's been out. So he's had to overcome him not coming off the bench or being a spot starter for some of the guards.
Well, 20,000 Heat fans on their feet applauding one of the great efforts from start to finish in a game this year. Coach, a lot to love about tonight's 21-point win over Cleveland. Well, the Heat win the season series from the Cavaliers 2-1. They've now won 17 of the last 20 against Cleveland. And LeBron stays winless in Miami since leaving the Heat to return to the Cavaliers. He is 0-4 with the Cavs. 3 of the 4 games he played in.
How about the Heat tonight? The biggest lead was 33 points. Outstanding game.
And that 33-point lead came at 107-74. Stands as the biggest lead of the season for the Miami Heat. And they took apart Cleveland every single way you can take apart a team tonight. Hassan Whiteside, he was instrumental. 16 points, 13 rebounds, couple blocks. His 16th double-double off the bench, his 32nd double-double overall. And LeBron James enjoying some moments after the game with his former championship teammate Chris Bosh. Together, they helped bring 2 NBA championships to Miami. And there's Dwayne and LeBron, friends always, adversaries sometimes.
And Wade's telling him, I'm in your 20,000-point club now, brother.
Dwayne Wade with 24 points, LeBron with 26. Wade scored 14 of the 24 in the third quarter, the quarter in which he joined the 20,000 career point club.
And very close friends, close families.
Now the Cavaliers fall to 49-20. The Heat raise their record to 40-29. Get a chance to check the standings in a moment, but Miami joins Atlanta at 40-29, but we'll have to wait and see the Hawks' outcome of their game with Houston. Charlotte already